This is Terry. She's a mom, an outdoor enthusiast, and one of the 34 million Americans with diabetes. Terry spent thousands of dollars on medications and got poked and prodded for 15 years to control her blood sugar, all because she was misdiagnosed. But a registry changed her life for the better. And I'm not talking about a wedding registry. I'm talking about a research registry, the U.S. National Monogenic Diabetes Registry. This registry is based in the Kovler Diabetes Center, where I work as a student research assistant. We have more than 3,500 people enrolled, ranging from infants to people over 90 years old. Similar to how a wedding registry stores gifts, our registry stores information about people with rare forms of diabetes. Only our team can access this data. We've used our registry to identify new genetic changes that can cause diabetes. We've also applied what we've learned to help women manage rare forms of diabetes during their pregnancy. In addition, we've looked at how often these rare forms get misdiagnosed in the people in our registry. Terry is one of these people. She was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes while she was pregnant with her son. People with type 1 can't make insulin to keep their blood sugar down. So Terry started getting insulin shots once a day. But every time she saw a doctor, they said her diabetes was unusual. It didn't fit the patterns for type 1 or type 2. Clearly, something was fishy about her diagnosis. 5 years ago, Terry's son got diagnosed with prediabetes. People are classified as having prediabetes if their blood sugar is high, but not high enough to suggest diabetes. So Terry saw a diabetes specialist for her son, and the doctor said that it seemed like they had MODY. That's MODY with a Y, not an I. MODY is a rare form of diabetes, and it stands for Maturity Onset Diabetes of the Young. MODY affects over 100,000 people in the United States. Unlike type 1 and type 2, MODY is a form of monogenic diabetes that happens when a single gene changes. Genes are DNA blueprints to make proteins for our cells to work properly. Sometimes our genes change because of errors when DNA replicates, like a copy machine messing up. This could mess up the protein depending on where the error is made. The single gene changes that cause MODY can be passed down from generation to generation, like from Terry to her son. Genetic testing is the only way to confirm a MODY diagnosis. The diabetes specialist that Terry saw encouraged her to reach out to our team at UChicago. Once Terry contacted us, we helped her enroll in our registry. We looked at her medical and family history and checked whether she and her son had unusual symptoms that fit with rare forms of diabetes. Next, we provided research-based genetic testing for free to find genetic changes. The testing results went to her doctor. This is different from more expensive commercial genetic testing, where the results would have gone back to Terry sooner. After testing, we considered treatment options. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. When Terry finally got her diagnosis last year, it was a subtype of MODY called GCK MODY. GCK is the name of the gene that gets modified. And guess what? GCK MODY only causes a mildly elevated blood sugar, and it doesn't need to be treated in most cases. This news had a huge impact on Terry and her family.
We were floored. We all looked at each other like, did I hear that right? And I stopped insulin that night.
Terry had unnecessarily been taking insulin for over a decade, and the medicine and the equipment cost her thousands of dollars. Taking insulin also caused a lot of lows in her blood sugar. Blood sugar is our main source of energy, and it should be between 80 and 100 in the morning. But Terry's was often dangerously low, around 35 to 40. This can cause weakness and dizziness. If these low blood sugars go untreated, they can lead to seizures, coma, and even death. Terry is just one of many people who have been misdiagnosed and unnecessarily treated. In our registry, we have over 700 people with MODY and 430 with GCK MODY in particular. the majority of these people reported getting misdiagnosed. To better understand MODY and why it gets misdiagnosed, we need more people and more minorities in our registry. Minority groups have a higher risk of getting diabetes, but minorities are only about 20% of the people in our registry. Diabetes affects people in different ways, and we need as much information as possible to understand and treat its rare forms. The registry has helped Terry and people like her by getting them the right diagnosis and explaining to their doctors why they don't need to be treated for their condition. The registry has also created discussion groups and connected people with each other. It wasn't the apple a day that kept the doctor away, it was the registry.
It changed my life and my son's. Like, we're active skiers, backpackers, campers, hikers. So not having to figure out how to take insulin with me when I do all of that stuff is huge.
We'd love to help you the way we helped Terry. Contact us to learn more about the registry and find out if you can enroll. Registries aren't just for weddings. They can change lives for the better. Thank you.